Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a Circle of Dreams Druid subclass mod build guide in Baldur's Gate 3. This is a mod made by IncogneatoBurrito, and the Circle of Dreams Druid is really cool. This is based on the 5th edition Xander's Guide to Everything, and it comes with a very cool ability to heal your teammates in this area that you can control. And I'll be showing you this full guide in detail. You can set up a heavily obscured area to keep your teammates full of health, and it'll give them maximum healing whenever you apply any healing spells. So with this, the Druid, we're going to go with our Shillelagh or Shillelagh cantrip and Thorn Whip. And for our ability scores, we're going 16 Dexterity, 14 Constitution, 10 Intelligence, 16 Wisdom, and 10 Charisma. This is going to ensure that we have a decent armor class outside of our wild shape. Now I'm using the Armor of the Worthy mod by Scurvy here. It's a really great looking piece of gear, but I'll be showing you base game gear that you can use for this build. So at level 2, we get to choose the Circle of Dreams, which gives us the Balm of the Summer Court. You have a pool of Fey energy in which you can use as spend to heal your allies. This pool has a number of d6s equal to your Druid level, which you can spend up to half at once to heal your allies and imbue them with temporary health. So there's the Balm of the Summer Court there, using the Summer Court die. You also get your wild shape forms here, which are really nice. And for our spells, we're going to obviously want to have some heals here, because this is what this class is all about. So having the Creator Destroy Water, Healing Word, Thunder Wave, and Ice Knife spells are nice. I also like to have Long Strider there, but it's entirely up to you. You can also go with the Fairy Fire or the Fog Cloud spells. I'm going to go with Long Strider there because we're kind of a healer buffer subclass. Now at level 3, we get ourselves level 2 spells. So we can enhance this by adding in Spike Growth, which will later get replaced once we get the Woodland Being, which is one of the best spells from the Druid spellbook. At level 4, we get the Deep Rothe form, and we also get ourselves another cantrip choice, so you can go with like a Poison Spray or a Guidance. And in addition to this, we will also get ourselves another level 2 spell, with Hold Person being a top priority. And we want to have an ability score improvement to buff up our wisdom, as that'll give us better spell casting. At level 5, we get our extra attack and wild shape, and then we also get a whole bunch of different spells here. Plant growth is really nice too, because this is crowd control without requiring a concentration. So we can go with that. And Sleet Storm is also nice because you can stop concentrations on enemy spellcasters and create icy surfaces. At level 6, we get ourselves the Hearth of the Moonlight and Shadow. Home is wherever you are. Once per short rest, you can invoke the shadowy power of the glowing court to guard you and your allies, creating obscured space, which all healing receive is the highest amount possible. When the Hearth is summoned, you must stay within the area for it to remain. So this gives us this, which will give us healing, in addition to a bonus to our dexterity saves. And in addition to that, it gives you the max amount of healing. So that's really nice. We also get our Wild Shape, Owlbear, and Panther sub transformations there. And for the spell that we'll take at next level, we can go with Sleet Storm here. But once we get ourselves to level 7, this is when we get our best spells. So we get our choice of, I guess we'll unattach the Spike Growth, because the Woodland Being will do our Spike Growth for us. We'll also take the Minor Elemental. And Ice Storm is also really nice to create crowd control ice surfaces. Confusion is also a really great spell. And Wall of Fire can be also a nice choice as well, if you'd like to go with something like that. And at level 8 here, we will add Confusion, and for our feat, we'll max out our Wisdom here so we can prepare another spell and have better spell casting. And at level 9, we get level 5 spells, so we can unattach. We'll get ourselves a Insect Plague. And Mass Cure Wounds can be nice, because this will maximum always give us 29 healing, which is pretty effective. But the Conjure Elemental is really good, so we're going to go with that. At level 10, we get another Wild Shape, and we get the Hidden Path, which allows us to teleport ourselves up to 18 meters, or we can teleport our allies up to 9 meters, which is cool. And we also get the Dilophosaurus and an extra attack in our Wild Shape. We also get ourselves another cantrip here. And for the prepared spells, we'll take Mass Cure Wounds here, because now we actually have a use for the healing. Healing's probably not the best option in Baldur's Gate 3, but hey, it's not the worst. This has flat out healing, so it doesn't actually benefit from our increased healing. Hero's Feast is also really nice. You could go with that to give yourselves increased health points. And Cloud Kill will no longer cause damage to your character, so that's pretty cool. Sunbeam is nice, though, because you can use this around and blind creatures in its path, which is really effective. And at level 12, we can just max out, take another healing spell here. And we'll go with an ability score improvement on either Dexterity, the Alert feat, or you could go down somewhere that's a little bit lower and take like the Spell Sniper, which will give us increased critical hit chance with spells. You can take the Eldritch Blast or the Warcaster if you don't want to use the Constitution Amulet. So we're just going to go with the Alert feat here, because this +5 initiative is really nice. Now, what this ends up looking like for gear. As for our gear, we got ourselves the Hood of the Weave for better spell casting. And I want the cloak protection for better armor class, but the armor of moon basking, because there's no specific armor for the subclass, this one seems to give us the best benefits because this will give us temporary health when we wild shape. We still have wild shape to fall back on. That's one thing about the druid. We also get a bonus to our armor class and have advantage on saving throws against spells, and this also infects us while we're in our wild shape. So advantage on spells is really, or saving throws and spells is really nice. The gloves of Blizzard Skies here is pretty good because thunder, lightning, and radiant damage. We got options for all three of those, so this will give us reverberation stacks. We also got evasive shoes here, which gives a +1 armor class. However, the boots of Stormy Clamor also work here because we can stack up further reverberation. And then on top of this, we also got our, I got the Marka Heshker staff. This just works very well in a variety of builds, but it just gives us another damage option because we're more healer focused. But this game is about heavy damage, so Marka Heshker works here. Early game, you can go with the Morning Frost, which will give us the Ray of Frost cantrip and deal additional cold damage. But you can also go with really whatever staff you personally prefer. I just think Marka Heshker just works the best there. And then with Iconia's Walking Fortress, the Hellrider Longbow, because it's the +3 initiative, Ring of Protection, and the Coruscation Ring, which will apply Radiant Orbs, which will also stack up with our Reverberation. So this can actually be pretty effective. So I'll show off what it'll end up looking like in actual combat here. Also, you can take the Staff of Spell Power to use the free Arcane Battery to summon in our Conjure Elemental, and I would recommend go with the Water Myrmidon, as it's going to be a very nice help for us, so I'd recommend going with that, and then you can also just summon in the rest of our summons. Now, if you know you're getting yourself into a fight, you can always preemptively set down a plant growth, because this is just really nice crowd control, so you can just pop that down at any point, and then we can also set up our Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow. So we can pop this down. It's going to create a heavily obscured area, but it's also going to heal us and give our teammates the benefits of the basking in the moon, light, and shadow. So this gives a +2 to dexterity saving throws. You're heavily obscured, and you recover the maximum amount of health points. So that can be really nice for just the overall survivability here. So with this, we'll just get ourselves into a prime position to fight. So to get things started, I'll just use one of my ice methods here just to attack somebody, and then we'll get ourselves started because we already got our difficult terrain set up. So that's perfect. We got our area to hide out in set up. Now I'm going to play, I normally don't play the other characters when I do these videos, but I am in this time because this class is about using your team and healing them. So we're going to apply that to this as well. So I'm just going to control my other teammates here just for the sake of that. But for our first turn here, we got a lot of different options we can go with. I always like to use a Thunder Wave if you can ever get a free easy pick with someone like that, because it's going to not use up a lot of your, it only uses like a level 1 spell slot, and the pushback is really nice. So with something like that, we could easily get this knockout, so that's what I'm going to go for, and we'll just hope that this connects, and it did. Perfect, and took him out easy. That was nice. Now we also got ourselves the confusion spell, which is a really nice option that we can go with because we can crowd control a large group of enemies here. They're now all confused. This worked out perfectly. And what's funny is it'll also stack up reverb, or the radiating orb gear on. It'll apply that. Then we also got that bomb in the Summer Court, which we'll use next turn, but we also have hidden paths, which lets us moon step, or use the teleport, misty step. And we have 5 hidden path charges that we could use. And everyone already knows, but the Water Myrmidon can set up water by using the healing vapors, which then you can go ahead with your cold spells and blast them for even more damage. So that's always something I like to do, especially if there's enemies that have maximum health, because you can go ahead, apply this to them. It sets a water surface up on the ground. It also heals you. And the nice thing is going to heal us for the maximum amount because of this zone that we're in. It does clear up the plant growth, though, which is kind of funny. Typically, you'd think if you watered the grass, it would not go away. But yeah, the Myrmidon's also nice because he can get into areas where people will attack him first. So he's kind of like your frontline tank. And then what's nice is you can use like Shadowheart here to create crowd control with the ice surfaces that we just set up. Let's see if we can sneakily grab multiple targets in this at once, but no, we can't. So I guess we'll go further back, create the ice surface, and it's gonna make a big ice surface. So just be mindful not to slip. But this will also summon in more guards to fight against us. So that's another thing that we got to watch out for. As we got ourselves the Woodwode here, it's got the Entangle, which is nice because this is some further crowd control, and it creates like a little zone. So what's nice about this is you can pop this down wherever there's multiple targets at, and you can create a little zone where it's going to make a difficult terrain, and of course we get counterspelled. And if you got the Kreska's Favor, this is where our DPS comes in because we get ourselves this nice chain lightning, which can be very effective. So we'll just go ahead here and just delete a group of the enemies there, which is going to bring in more guards for us to fight. But anytime there's ice surfaces, that's where our Misty Step comes in handy. So the hidden paths can be very useful for avoiding getting just completely destroyed by all the terrain that we got set up here. So in addition to this, we also got our sunbeam, which is nice. It does remove our concentration on confusion. And there's only really, I guess there's no real targets that are affected by this now, so this could be a nice opportunity. However, this doesn't have the longest range, so if you're not in a good area to set this up, it might not be the best choice for you. So we can always go with another ice storm. This is gonna be risky, saved on the ice, and then we've created more difficult terrain there, which is gonna probably bring in more guards for us to fight. But yeah, this is pretty nice of an option. And then we also got our lightning bolt there, which you can use to finish off any of the surrounding enemies. So let's get that free cast there. Normally you don't get lightning bolt, but that just deleted them. And we'll use our balm of the summer court here. So this is our different version, so you can always upcast this to give us a better healing, depending on what we need. And it's always going to be the maximum amount. So you can see here 29 healing. This is going to probably be the best choice for Shadowheart here, so I'll use this, give her that 29 health points. Pretty effective, because in this area that we have set up with the heavily obscured, you're always going to recover maximum health. We just had reverberation go off there, which is hilarious. But our water myrmidons here is nice because of this attack, which can actually be pretty effective if we don't get 6 misses in a row. The nice part about this is everyone keeps slipping and falling on the ice, so they're going to jump around and try and get mobile, which is funny because you'd think that jumping would knock people prone more than running, but that's the biggest benefit of having ice surfaces, is crowd control without having to think about it. You also get the, you can use the spell plant growth to make other crowd control, which is nice, but I think that the ice surface is just easier to set up as well. So we're going to use our Misty Step here to get a little bit closer and use our Sunbeam spell, which does lose our concentration, but that's okay. And we also got a level 6 spell, but we can also use our Arcane Battery from the staff. What's nice about this is you can keep recasting your Sunbeam, and if you got haste, you can continually keep casting it, so that's nice because you can use that to stack up our radiating orbs and reverberation, and also blind targets, which means they're much less likely for them to hit us. And we'll see, will our Myrmidon finish them off? Probably not, but we'll give it a shot anyways. And it did a decent bit and broke their concentration, so hey, good job, Myrmidon. And to finish them off, we'll recast our Sunbeam here, big bonk, and that will hit it. Nice, there it is. That is the Circle of Dreams Druid. It's all about the healing, so you do get a really nice heal in this large area of effect that we can set up, so that's the nice thing. You do use up your court dice pretty quickly, but you can use up to 6 of them for a maximum of 41 healing, which is actually very effective. So if we got this set up, it'll heal Mince for 41 there, meaning you're a pretty good healer. We also got the wild shape. I didn't show that off, but wild shape, your owlbear form is probably your best form, but the Dilophosaurus does have its uses. With owlbear, you can use the crushing leap, and you also get the owlbear rage too, and rupture. It's got a lot of different effects, so pretty fun. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all in the next video.